this early stage, Wolves and Wigan enter this desperate for points, with managers Mick McCarthy and Roberto Martinez dreaming of a win to lighten the mood. At the end of last season, these two survived on the last day, but it could be a worse scenario when they meet again on the final day in May. And that's because they just can't buy a win. Mick's men have lost 6 out of their last 7, and Wigan have lost 7 on the trot. They're both without a victory since August. So who dares wins today? Jonathan Pierce will tell us.
Nothing will be settled today, but it's still a huge encounter amidst Mick McCarthy, who names an unchanged side. Top scorer Stephen Fletcher's on the bench after missing 4 games with a calf injury. With Gary Caldwell suspended, Steve Kahori makes his 3rd appearance of a hapless season so far. Franco Di Santo replaces Crusat. He's scored 3 of their paltry 7 goals so far. It's a good header by Doyle. It's got all the way through to Edwards. Squeezed away by Al-Habsi. Edwards so often injury hit. Returning to the side of late, having the first effort on goal in the game. It was a worthy one too. First corner of the game, aimed at the far post. Headed away by Ronnie Yeager, back aiding his defence and getting a headache for his pains. 16 goals conceded by Wolves in their last 7 games. Here's a chance for Stephen Hunt at the other end. Oh, the goalkeeper touched him. He kept his feet, squares it back in the middle and eased away by Watson. Now, had he gone down, would he have got a penalty? Well, I think that Stephen Hunt actually treads on the goalkeeper as he goes beyond him, and I think the referee got that right. Johnson with the header down, and he's claiming a handball. The referee was well placed. He would have been blindside to that, needed his assistant to flag. Well, the hand came down on the ball. I don't think he knew much about it. Here's Watson. Looking for Ronnie Yeager. One-on-one with Johnson again. If it broke kindly there for Ronnie Yeager, Wolves would have been in real trouble. Di Santo. For Ronnie Yeager, he's in on goal! Oh, goodness me! The man whose goals kept Wigan up last season simply cannot buy a goal this time around. What a chance! That is a horrible miss. It'll come back to haunt him. Poked it wide. Here's Doyle. In behind Alcaraz, back in, and it's a goal for Wolverhampton Wanderers by Jamie O'Hara. Moments after Wigan miss a gilt-edged opportunity, and Wolves have the lead after 31 minutes. The game of football so often can twist on a hit or a miss. There was a miss, there's a hit, and Wolves lead. Doyle beyond Alcaraz, and O'Hara finished sweetly, but the defender was beaten too easily by the ball up in the air and over him. Jones. Figueroa. Into Moses. Voices wide. Chance to get a cross in, one inside Ward. Oh, this is a good run, goes down. It's a penalty kick, fouled by Stephen Hunt. It was an enterprising run, head down, charge, beyond Ward, Hunt turned into him and blocked him, and we're going to have a penalty. Ben Watson will take the spot kick 4 minutes before half-time to level it. Watson against Hennessy, big moment. Hennessy blocks, Watson from the rebound, 1-1. It was a wretched, wretched penalty. But in the end, Hennessy was beaten and Watson was relieved. Awful spot kick. Tucked in the rebound. 1-1. Ward. Into Henry. Hunt. Here's Doyle. O'Hara. They can get the ball wide. Jarvis was awaiting, but Doyle takes on his man. Kevin Doyle still has Jarvis in support. A little bit hesitant initially. The momentum slow. Wigan defended well. Henry on the charge. Carl Henry to the dead ball line. He's done brilliantly. Hunt, splendid goalkeeping. Got it back in. Oh, brilliant save. Edwards finally. Wolves back in front. And poor Al-Hamsi did everything he could to keep it out. Terrific run here by Carl Henry. Saw the gap, went for it. Good initial save from Hunt. Brilliant from Al-Hamsi. Was it over the line? Well, Edwards made sure anyway. Edwards credited with the goal in the ground. And he certainly lashed it in. Let's see from this angle whether it's over the line. No, it wasn't. It's Edwards' goal. 10 minutes into the second half. Wolves' lead is restored. Johnson. Carl Henry. Out to Ward. Jarvis in support. On the overlap now. Gets it. 4 in the middle for Wolves. Here's Jarvis. Good run again to the dead ball. And Edwards. Off Alcaraz. O'Hara denied by the goalkeeper. It's in there. And Ward gives Wolverhampton Wanderers a 2-goal cushion. Ward scores past a statuesque Wigan defence. And once again, the good work of keeper Al-Hamsi means nothing. Wide to Jarvis. Got to the byline too easily. Good save, but pushed back into a danger area. And via deflection, Ward makes it. Wolverhampton Wanderers 3. Wigan Athletic 1. Edwards forward, looking for Hunt. O'Hara was tripped by Alcaraz. Referee's playing advantage. Hunt is straight offside. O'Hara had to hold it up. Now gets a free kick. Any movement around Alcaraz has seemed to cause him problems. How can he complain about the free kick being given? It was his second bite. Johnson's gone forward. It's a brilliant save. He's had such a good game. Cruel fortune has dogged him today. He deserved to see that one fly over. Brilliant reactions. Springy athleticism. Fine stop. Crusat. To his right foot into Salmon switched on. Let's see how to make sure. Salmon, 25 years of age today, on as a sub. That would have made things very interesting. Helped it on its way. Moses with the corner kick. Edwards got a good shout and left it. As tempers begin to rise, we're already in the thick of things. Why the pushing and shoving? Someone's got to calm him down. Now let's have a look and see what happened here. Right at the start of this conflab. Oh, we seemed to spit there. And that's what enraged the Wolves boys. De Santo. Aaron needed to be strong and was. He's got the Crusat. Slips it through. De Santo. Moses is screaming for it. It's loose. It's Diame. Ripples the outside of the side netting only. And Wigan will look back on this game and know they've missed big opportunities when they come.
Wolves stopped the Rots to win for the first time since August the 21st, much to Mick's relief. As for Wigan, well, it's now 8 defeats on the trot, with Roberto's boys rock bottom.
When you keep going not winning games, you wonder when you're going to win one. No better time than today was against somebody who looks like being one of our rivals, or certainly out of the minute down at the bottom of the table. So it was a huge win, really valuable and much needed.
today you feel really down because it was a game that we had real high hopes. We started well enough, and unfortunately we conceded 3 goals, in my eyes, a little bit too cheaply. But we got another opportunity to regroup. We got an international break now, and we need to make sure that we are as good as we can for the next game at home against Blackburn.
It got a bit hot under the collar later on. What have your players said about the incident when they were all crowding round?
No idea. I don't know what it was about. Genuinely no idea what that was about. But, you know, come on, the game, it should have been hot under the collar, shouldn't it, from the start. You know, we're 4th bottom, they're down at the bottom. Both needing points, desperate for them. There should be that passion shown.
Terrible incident, we'll get to it in a second, but Lee, a big 3 points won and a big 3 points lost.
Yeah, 2 managers under pressure, McCarthy and Martinez. They looked a bit under pressure before the game. Game had everything, you know, chances, both ends. Wigan can't take any chance. They get this after 30 minutes. What a miss. Rodriguez should score. How's he missed that? 35 seconds later, Wolves go up the other end from the resulting goal kick. And this happens. Doyle does absolutely brilliant with his touch, even better with his second touch, pulls it back for O'Hara. 1-0. Go up the other end, pressure on Wigan. Fabulous save this is, but even better one, Al-Habsi, but no luck. 2-0. Trouble with Wigan, they can't score any goals. They had enough chances in the game, and the pressure's on them, it really is. Get a chance here again, Rodriguez just put it in, fluffs his lines. And this one, the army right at the end, unbelievable. Martinez, that's what he thinks. And believe it or not, McCarthy's happy here. He gets the win. And it's a massive, because